feel like, and I stand this, I feel like go-go is the only in music genre or culture, however you want to classify, that allows people to come in and just take what the fuck we do and take it somewhere else. Because Miami-based music, you couldn't do that to them. Houston rap, you couldn't do that to them. You have a problem with it. Like niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to show homage, show respect, come get the culture. So to all y'all out there who want the go-go culture and not from here, come get it. You wanna learn it, come get it.
Welcome to episode 2 of City Under Siege.
Unit 420 dispatch, City Under Siege. I repeat, City Under Siege.
Today we got one of the voices of GoGo. We got my man E. Proctor, aka Philip, aka the Hybrid. However you know him from. You know him from 3DB, you know him as the singer T.O.B, and the older brother Lil Chris. Let's get it. Mr. E. Proctor, Philip, how you been, man?
Good, I'm good. You know, chilling, same day, same shit, different toilet, you know.
To people who don't know you, can you give us a little bit of a background on how you started in GoGo?
I started in go-go like everybody else, like listening to go-go when you was a kid and, you know, eventually, you know what I mean, having an opportunity, I guess, to venture out to do it. Me personally, I ain't really stopped music with go-go. I kind of like started just like singing and doing music in church at first. I ain't gonna say first, because first when I was singing was like in the house with my father, you know what I'm saying? Like that's who discovered me doing any music, whatever. Then I just went to school, started doing the choirs and shit in school and assemblies, just performances. Then my mother then started putting me in church, in the church choir. Then I went to performing through the city, other churches, stuff like that. Then I went to do Ghana School of Arts for a year, then left there. And before I left there, I had started, you know, to get into go-go. And my very first band so everybody thinks my very first band was 3DB. My very first band was a band around my neighborhood called IRB, Instinctive Reaction. And the only reason I played for that band is because when I tried out with 3DB, they picked somebody else at first. You know what I'm saying? So then like 3 months later, they called me back and was like, yeah, we need you, you know what I'm saying? Now mind you, I gave them hell, even trying to put me on the mic, like, nah, yeah, I just carried me, so you gonna feel it, so, you know, pause, you know what I mean? But, yeah, my start of music just been, you know, it's been like everything, I tell a lot of people that everything in my life is like molded me to like now and shit like that, so. But then, as far as go-go was concerned, my very first known band was 3DB. 3DB started in Northeast, Newtown, 12th Street, 10th Street, the area. Actually, I was the only person from my neighborhood, which is TAV, 18th from Monroe, or 180 something, however you want to call it. And it was just a bunch of us from that side of Northeast, a couple people from uptown. We just had some, you know, special. Now, mind you, 3DB was kind of like established before I even came to the picture. Like they was in the Go-Go magazine. There's only one Go-Go printed magazine. 3DB is like the youngest band in that, you know what I'm saying, in the joint. So, and they had like, you know, house parties around Newtown, and they had the Good Food, the Millennium, different clubs. They was doing their thing before I got in the band, but then they'd tell you it's like, once I got to the band, this is like the missing piece of the puzzle of the singer shit was, you know, was fulfilled, because I went from first 2 months being like 5% of the music to like 4 months in to the time the band ended in like 2010, I say, 9, 10, being like 80% of the music, you know what I'm saying? So that was, you know, that was a culture shock in itself to me, because it was like, damn, like I had the niggas I looked up to, Wayne C, LJ, looking at me like, yeah, you a top dog now. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But you know, things got to evolve. But I think my biggest influence in me becoming who I am is like really Duke Ellington. Like me going to school and like learning how to sing, vocal technique, how to do different types of music, how to read and write and compose, play different instruments, do a lot of shit, you know what I mean? I soaked it up in 1 year because I've always kind of like been a little advanced and stuff. But all that helped me get to where I'm at go-go, because like I use my falsetto a lot in go-go, and people say, damn, a lot of niggas can't do that or don't do that. And I just be like, It's just, you know, technique. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but,
So I done known you forever, right? You know what I'm saying? But if the audience don't know, I grew up with Philip, like in the same neighborhood, damn near. And I remember when I was coming around heavy on the go-go scene, this is when you was on 3DB, and 3DB was shit. I think y'all, that's when the slow bounce shit was going crazy, and y'all was one of them bands.
right.
What was those days like, man? Like what was it like playing with 3DB?
Um, it was the maturation. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was like say for instance, if you have a child, like anybody who's a parent know, like you watch your baby grow up and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. It just, you see the trials and tribulations, you go through it, but you keep at it, you know what I'm saying, as long as you can. So you gotta let the child go into the world, you know what I mean? So I say like this, like now in my current band, it's more of a business, even though like a lot of the band members is like, they a whole lot younger than me, so they like little brothers, you know what I'm saying? And my little brother's the lead talker of the band. But back then, it was like I was the young nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like everybody was older than me, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like different perspectives. And going with my man, and I was really rocking with my man back then, you know what I'm saying? Like with my peers and shit. And I say like that back then we were younger, so the crowd was my age as well. So they was growing with us as well. And it just was like a different experience and perspective, excuse me, to the point where I was able to make a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? Find myself, look at things in different perspective, observe a lot, see a lot of, you know, of the good side, the nonsense, the bad side, death, life, you know what I'm saying? It was just different. It was like the evolution of me, you know what I'm saying? And it was like it was a really good time frame and period where like when you was performing, you saw the appreciation that the people had you know what I'm saying? Because they was seeing it firsthand, you know what I'm saying? And they eyes like in real time, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This nigga that I grew up with that was in high school, that was walking around the hallway singing, this nigga's on stage now. Damn, he's, you know what I'm saying? He was nowadays, like I'm older, you know, in my 30s now. They say, damn, bro, you was doing that shit when we was kids, bro. You really, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was, you know, that's when they do it. But I was like, back then, it was fun. Like, it was really fun because, like I said, it was more go-go's, it was more bands, it was more culture, it was more variety. And also, like, it just, the economy was different. So shit wasn't that motherfucking expensive, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's facts.
Like I tell people like this, like even though stuff in the club has always been expensive, like I be like, y'all be complaining about the admission and stuff now. Back then, your ass was gonna stay in the line for 45 minutes if you want to pay that $25 for the cut line.
Yeah.
So even if you was paying $20, you was still paying something to get through. So you was still paying $45 to get in, $50 to get in. Then your drink, $16 to $20.
How much was they charging for O-Cup back then in CFE? Remember that shit?
I don't know, bro. I ain't never really been a drinker like that. And then fortunately, shout out to all the bartenders. I don't pay for drinks in the clubs that we play at. Like,
of course.
You know what I'm saying? So like I went, and then I never ever had the O-Cup. I can't tell you what it, you know what I'm saying, tastes like. Never. I've seen people have it, but I just ain't, you know what I'm saying? Then you know, used to pull up on you. It wasn't in the go-go. Like and honestly in the go-go, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was like I said, it was free, so I wouldn't free liquor most times, so I wasn't really trying to, you know, go over there. But I think it was like, if I remember correctly, it was like I think like $10, $15, $20, something like that for O-Cup, whatever. But if you want to ask me what the best drink I ever had, it was by Miss Mocha and the La Pearl, 2008. Motherfucker, I don't even drink Ciroc or Grey Goose or nothing like that no more. But this lady mixed that shit where you was gonna be pilled, but you wasn't gonna taste none of that shit. You was gonna be like, oh yeah, bro.
It ain't strong.
You know what I'm saying? And then you don't need to. You ain't need 2 drinks with her. And then the second drink, it was gonna be okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bullshit you, but I'm not gonna overdo you because you still gotta drive home. But shout out to Miss Mocha wherever you at. But, I ain't seen her in like damn near 10, 15 years. But that was kind of like the difference between, you know what I'm saying, shit like that back then.
we know the go-go scene, bro. I mean, as much as we love it, unfortunately, it can get very violent, right? You know what I'm saying? We done had some crazy shit going on just coming from go-go's. And the go-go community just this past week lost a big figure, not even just the go-go community, just the local community. And Neil, man, I want to send a rest in peace to Neil. Shout out to him. I want to send my condolences to his family.
Same here.
What was your experience with Neil? Have you ever met Neil?
I met him on 2 occasions. Both times was with T.O.B. We was doing promo intro song for Marky Mark on the radio and everything, and you know he was liaison to it. So cool dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, as far as I can, you know, our interactions, he, you know, he ain't seem like he was off no wild stuff. I can say if you want me to speak to the violence, it's just. It ain't, so let's be clear, this had nothing to do with the go-go.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? I just want to put that for the, you know what I'm saying, for the crowd. It had nothing to do with the go-go. He just was a member of the go-go. This was at Jasper's.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's the city for real. It's a casualty of the environment that we in. You know what I mean? Like unfortunately me, so 3DB, I had to walk over my friend's sister's dead body in 1919. I see my man take his last breath at the surf club. I can go down the list. Like it's been wild, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my man Marcel. He got murdered after La Pearl in 2008 or 9, 1 or 2. I'm not truly. I don't, you know. Me and Def don't do good, so like I don't, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but, that makes sense.
But yeah, it's the world we live in. It's the area we live in, and then unfortunately, it's like when you get alcohol and pride and egos, and you know what I'm saying, and people want to crash out and feel like they like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like this. Making a home is always a priority. It's always be the priority. Absolutely. And sometimes, like, first of all, you beefing up with a female, that's some suck shit.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing? Right.
Like, but
that's what happens.
Niggas who crash out do stupid shit for bitches. Okay, cool. But like I said, for me at this extended age, and you know what I mean, being an elder statesman, I'd be like, no, like people be saying like, damn, bro, you don't waste no time. I don't, because we all not standing around for none of these joints.
Yeah, you already see what's about to happen.
Yeah. I ain't just that though. It's just like it's truly nothing there. Like you know what I mean, to really just stand around and just be like, right, yeah, you know what I mean. But I will say this though, my experiences now in the go-go with the violence is kind of different because it happens. But it's like the people who was on shit back then, they at least want to get their victim and they want nobody to know about it. Feel what I'm saying? Now it's just some run and shoot type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And they want you to know they body.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you just snitching yourself, bro, because somebody's going to tell. Because like I see, the difference is, I've been in a situation with a murder situation in go-go bands and had to almost get on the stand, and then the nigga took a plea. Just a rack of shit, you know what I'm saying? And even though I held my water, you know what I'm saying? It was situations where I wasn't even involved, and then my name got thrown in. I seen like, people talk a lot, but once that shit hit the fan, somebody's gonna tell.
Yeah.
So all this shit you doing and you talking and you woofing and everything, somebody's gonna tell.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and like at least back then, you know what I'm saying, don't condone the violence, but at least the nigga was like, man, shit, I'm not doing no 100 years. If I'm gonna get my Vic, it ain't nobody gonna know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And now, unfortunately, it's just like some shit like, number one, niggas want clout from it. Niggas think going to jail is cool. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
like,
no woman in jail.
Congratulations, you got caught.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I be saying, but this the life we live in. It's all crash out and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and that's why I spend my ass in the house after the club.
Exactly.
And I ain't trying. Listen. I sing my little parts, hooks, raps, everything that I do, and then I'm out. See y'all later. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So you doing your R&B thing?
No, I'm not doing R&B.
Okay.
So I'm doing music.
Music.
Like,
okay.
Just, like I can't. And that's why it's E-Proc the hybrid, because like I'm the engineer, I'm the writer, I'm the singer, I'm the rapper, I'm the person who actually sometimes has to correct the engineer, the producer's beat. So they got to send me the stems, you know what I'm saying? So like it ain't just that. Like, and the reason why I say that is because at one point in time I was just an R&B singer, and then I said, hey bro, I need you to rap on this song. And back then, 2000 whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really my age, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
like, yeah.
niggas like, man, that song, it might be a song that's too, not soft, but too, I'm trying to think of what the word was used back then because it was a long ass time ago. Too girly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dang, bro, because a nigga told me, man, bro, I'm
Or
just like, I be,
sensitive, maybe.
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
was like, man,
Yeah.
nigga told me I'm doing like trap shit and I can't really be on no shit like that. And then now, what's everybody doing?
That's all they
like,
doing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the nigga who did that too, because you helped me a lot. Shout out to you. But I just said, fuck it. And at that point in time, I was going to studios and it's like 2 a.m, you got a song. You don't want to wait to call the nigga the next day to see when he got time so you to go record your song. Cause then the way my creative juices go is like, all right, one song, get the going, I bet next. So now it's another song. Now it's another song. So I said, fuck it. So I put a studio in my house, learned how to audio engineer, got all the right, plugins and techniques and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 8 hours in there. And it started with mixtapes, and that was like maybe 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying? So I had my time to really fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now to the point it's like, okay, yeah, like I played my shit on Timberland Live the other day. That nigga was like, damn, Slim, you got something. You know what I'm saying? Like on TikTok, you know what I mean? Like I pay the $20 or the $5 and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me take that back. My investors, you know what I'm saying, for legal purposes, my investors pay it. I reach out to them and they pay it. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke. I'm broke, baby. All this is, But and so it's just me basically, just so in the right ears, in the right hands, your music could do anything, and music is timeless. So
Right.
I'm not necessarily like, I should have made it in my 20s. Nah, because in my 20s I was going hard and go and dealing with a lot of other stuff. You know what I mean? But now it's just like, and also for a moment in time, I was definitely eating off of selling people's songs. But now it's like with AI and all this other shit that came out, it fucked all that up. Because like me, like one of my songs, 2 of my songs on, no, 3 of my songs on my current album that was just released in April. No, in October, excuse me.
Can we elaborate on that next?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Put that up, and we're gonna put the link in the bio for people who wants to. You know what I mean?
3 of my hooks is AI, and if you listen to it, you're like that's a person. No, it's not. It's AI, and I told the AI I wanted to sound like this. I want the person's voice to be this. I need it in this key. I want this tone. I want this feel. Oh, and they sound like an African American or that. And AI said, and AI, I was like, oh, okay, boom, take that, put it into you. You know what I mean? You got a song. So it's like a person not gonna say, yeah, write me a song. You know what I'm saying? Unless they hear your music and like just a super fan, like, yeah, I just want you to produce me an album. But it ain't moving as much. I'm saying on the level right now, the majors and stuff like that, they still. They ask for music, but live will not play fair. I'm keep it real with you. Live will not play fair.
Absolutely.
But to answer your question, so my latest album is called Microphones and Money 2. It's on all major platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, etc.
Can't no new niggas hang with me, I'm too paranoid. Only got love for my family and for my boys. I'm from a city with niggas a kid and come to your funeral saying they loved you. I'm from a city with
Link in the bio, guys.
Links in the bio on my Instagram at eprocthehybrid, at EPROC_THEHYBRID. You can go there, get everything that is Eproc the Hybrid and TOB. But yeah, it'd be hard to bridge the gap sometimes though. Like, and I find it, I gotta, check myself sometimes because it's like, all right, so let's just for the perfect example, to the safe example, not saying literal, if Chris Brown put a song out, I'm gonna say, man, fuck that nigga song. I wanna hit my shit.
Exactly, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I got enough, he got faith in his shit, I got faith in my shit. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that you gotta do what they want to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I do compromise. So I do learn Chris Brown song. Like I'm trying to hit the residuals joint some point in time before it gets old. And also hit one of my songs. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to bridge the gap because for some reason GoGo don't really have love for the original artist or the other. It's artists that does their own music, whether it's me, whether it's Cal, whether it's Wincy, it's just like, yeah, we'll hit our songs. But as far as even the fans themselves, they they don't really get behind the original content, you know what I'm saying, that we do. You know what I'm saying? And even the bands don't even push the original content that, say for instance, if I have my own song, you know what I'm saying? And it's not it's a go-go thing. It's an area thing, you know what I mean? Because they want people tend to want the norm, what they're used to, instead of taking a chance on like, okay, yeah, let's get behind this, you know, and push this, you know what I mean? And then the biggest thing I have a problem with that is because and everyone I've ever spoken to in the music industry, they say, oh yeah, your city is a test city. We test all of the things that we want to give to the world and to the country with you first. So we really have the power. We don't know we have the power, which I can't understand, but they tell me we have no market here as well. So, you know what I mean? But that's another, situation, I hope we'll change it. I hope, like, for instance, shout out to Killer Kyle, Wincy, LJ, my little brother, Lil Chris T.O.B., me, E. Proctor Hybrid. It's a Nova from the Men, Nova Gray. I go on the list. It's a lot of Los, Backyard, a lot of go-go artists that is out here putting in work. Recipes Chopper Black, you know what I'm saying? Like had shit. You know what I mean? But for some reason, it's like we supposed to be confined to being cover artists the whole life. Nah, nigga, we can write our own shit too. And that's how we try to tell people now. And that's why I put it in their face. That's why when I go to throw social and I just give the DJ my music and tell them to play it. And don't say it's me. I want to see the honest reaction of everybody. And my song, one of my latest songs, Ass Everywhere, it's a club song, you know what I'm saying? It's for the females and everything. I had them play it randomly in 3 clubs that we played at. Then I said, don't say it's me, just play it. I want to see the organic reaction.
I see ass everywhere, ass everywhere. I see ass everywhere, ass everywhere. She ain't got no nigga, she shake ass, she don't care.
And it was received well, you know what I mean? So I know I'm dope, but it's like everybody's thing is to leave the city and go to LA or go to Atlanta and stuff like that. When we got the power here. So I'm really pushing to try to be that conglomerate first labels, and fuck my own artistry. I can write for a motherfucker and get the chicken. It's about the chicken and making something here. Because think about it, we have no music label here.
That's what I was going to say. That was going to be my next question. Do you think the reason because a lot of DC local artists go to other cities or states because you got Def Jam in New York, you got Interscope in LA, right? Which is DC. Do we don't have one of them majors here, so where we can, you know what I mean?
Well, that's my point. My point is more or less like we have to make one, but we have to get, which is that's the hardest thing. That's like trying to sell water to a well. Getting the whole city and area to come together to support one fucking label. That's gonna be the hardest thing because we don't have no market here. Because we don't control our radios. Think about it. If we controlled our radio flow and airways, GoGo wouldn't just have 30 minutes on one station a night.
And it's been like that forever. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Forever. We would have one station dedicated to
just
GoGo.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like them making GoGo the song, the music of the city. It's a political market employee. Bowser. It ain't shit because we still don't have nothing here. We still don't have nothing for GoGo. Everything that's here. I mean, mind you, we do have grants now for GoGo, but those grants have always been around. You go to do research, it's always been for like 20, 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? We still don't have a radio station, a TV station that's dedicated to the culture, but music that's for DC.
Right. So when you touched on Little Brody with Chris and T.O.B., I know this transition probably was smoother than, whatever, it's Little Bro. How was the transition though from 3DB to going to T.O.B. with Chris?
There wasn't really no transition.
Okay.
Not really. It's like it's with GoGo. It's really no transition. You learn the music, and you see how they singers is any group. Because mind you, I filled in for 2 old head bands in between. You know what I mean? Both bands, like, you know what I mean, and it's just learning the music, bro. It ain't really like people try to make it seem like it's. I tell folks, it's so easy that it's hard, so hard that it's easy. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Like, you got to know. If you don't know the sequences, like, literally, another thing is, like, okay, so, $1 Million Baby, let's just use that as an example. We hit that on a sample. Now, mind you can know the song, but if you don't know how we do it, you still lost in the sauce. You don't know the sequence. you up there doing obviously now it's just a sample, so we just you know what I'm saying. We're not really saying nothing in the song, but I'm just using it as an example.
Right.
If you know the song, you can learn the song, but if you don't know the sequence how that band hits it, you know what I'm saying, then it doesn't matter what you're doing with what you know. So as long as you can learn those two in any band, you fine. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing is, like I tell folks is, you gonna confidence. You're gonna find yourself, but don't force it. Like trying to put a square peg into a round hole, like you know what I'm saying, pause. But like that don't work. Like, you know, and I see that a lot in bands, like you see somebody and they get on stage, whether it's somebody front line, back line, whatever they do. It's like, hey guys, like I'm just using a guitar or somebody player or a singer or a rapper. Hey guys, I'm in the band. Look what I can do. No, lend your talent to add to it and let it blend so it can sound greater. But if you're trying to, man, hey, shit, fuck that. I'm a motherfucking going solo and doing this. No, nah, bro. That just sound like you just trying to do anything now, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's in a transition. It wasn't really a transition because, like I said, me singing all my life and doing music all my life, like especially in the choir, you're not gonna be the lead all the time. You gotta sing backup. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just one part of the song. Like say for instance, it was perfect. I get this perfect example, an analogy. There was a song in the Gallatin where when I was singing the baritones wasn't as strong, so they wanted me to sing the baritone part, and we only had like 2 parts in the whole song. That's you know what I'm saying. That's how I gotta work sometimes. You know what I mean? And I feel like people don't understand that. You know what I mean? And it's been like that for a while. You like people want to like do this. Hey, I'm here. I'm me. I'm like, dog. If you great, your shit gonna shine regardless. You know what I'm saying? And so like when I first, so like 3DB, it was just me. I mean, we had people, you know what I'm saying, around the way. We had Squawk, we had Buddha, we had Banksy for a little bit, we had Rocky. We had a couple people sing, Fat Jazz, but me, it was the constant. Cause like I said, and I tell folks like, back then I was work. If you ain't working with me, if you ain't, it's like how Kobe said, now I understand the mob mentality shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna talk to you and be cool with you when I'm up here learning songs, doing this, doing that, going the extra mile, and you just come and just start showing up and doing anything? Yeah. No, I'm not fucking with you. Nigga, you singing, but I get the fuck on afterwards. We not cool, we not the same. My mind don't compute that shit, bro. Like, and I tell niggas like, dog, when you don't meet me there, dog, I like you cool, but it's all that other shit, like, nah, go on, bro, because I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, we in the lines and we on game time. It's no playtime for me. Yeah, we can enjoy ourselves, we can have fun, but our enjoyment is coming from us asking what the fuck we doing. Because once we don't do that shit, we up here slumming, looking like fools. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so like, going from 80% being the music in 3DB to going like, when I get to TOB, it's like, all right, you doing all the opening songs and the harmonies, you got parts. So it's like, now I'm like maybe 40, 30, 35, which I was actually cool with. Because when you go 10 years, man, it's like, yeah, everybody, come on, flip, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, now I can breathe, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, things happen, and somebody told me, it was like, bro, eventually that laid back shit you do is not gonna work. Like, bro, like, you know, you said, like I said, talent just shows. And when you're doing shit like, you know what I'm saying, the crowd's gonna want more. And things happen, transpire, you know what I mean? Because it was me, T, and Chris, and so that's 3-part harmony, you know what I'm saying? Then you add multiple different females, Lisa, Miss T, and Jata for a little bit recently. So, I mean, it wasn't really a transition because I'm used to it. Because like, when you're singing, it's like you everywhere. Like sometimes your parts are gonna be different. But I would say is, the one thing I didn't want to do, I didn't want to, like, now it's back to, like, it's me and Chris. We 80%. Like, we 100% of the music, most likely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, but it is what it is. I mean, now, I mean, what else can you do? But, you know what I mean?
So, with that being said, right, outside of yourself, who do you think is the best singer in GoGo of all time?
Bro, that's that. I don't know how to answer that question, bro. I don't like if we talk about. So if you asking me the question of who is the greatest singer is when it comes to that, you gotta say Wincy. You know what I mean? As far as the greatest singer, as far as you know what I mean, because especially you gotta put like I can't be like the band that you play for don't. play a part in it. You get if you play for a top band, you get more eye time. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. And, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta say Wasey. You know what I mean? But if I'm saying who is one of the best singers technically, like the singers, flat out, get up in the morning and sing. I had to say either LJ or Squat.
Okay. Squat, CCV?
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Like them two. I mean, I'm saying that I've literally been around and seen what they do. Cause like me personally, and this is just me, and people just take what they want from this. I don't take a lot in go-go seriously as far as the whole musicianship and everything, because we cut a lot of corners, do a lot of cheating. So like you asking me, like, yeah, like, okay, but like it's people that just do one thing in one way the whole time. They are considered great. I'm like, wait a minute. But these guys who are not in go-go, they're over here, they're doing this, that, they're considered great. This is what makes them great. So how can you say because you do one thing and you cover somebody's stuff and like, I can't consider you great? Now, if you're sitting there producing music, singing songs, singing original concerts, stuff like that, cool. You know what I mean? Like, boom. I can, respect that. You know what I'm saying? Now, performers, a lot of great performers. And go-go, majority of them are great. But we saying the technical act of singing, when I like just me knowing actual vocal training, all that shit, I have to say them two names. Because I don't want to, me personally, I don't put my name in no list, even on my show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like we have the shit, and I be like, you can't pick me when in the, we have a go-go all-star band segment where they can pick anybody past, present, alive, or, present, you know what I mean? And I always tell them, don't pick me. Because I don't really give a fuck about nobody's opinion. I know what I do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I went to do Gallatin and they said, yeah, you were top 10 in the city as far as all singers and top 3 as far as males. We're not going to tell you which one. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? And then they said, oh, everything that you were supposed to learn in the 3 years, because I got there in the what's that, the 10th? They said, so I learned in 1 year everything I'm supposed to learn in 2 years, in 3 years, only because everybody knows that no offense to the LGBT whatever community,
Alphabet folks.
The alphabet folks, but everybody know that Duke Ellington was homosexual and wild stuff going on. And I went there in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just want to stand there. Like I seen some shit that it was like, not for me. Let me roll. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Mr. Weber and Mr. Bonds and Dr. Ez, because they made sure I knew everything I was supposed to learn. You know what I mean? So I could go. So when I went to Crazy Things, when I got to Coolidge, our choir teacher, like I didn't have to do no work because he said, "Wow, you here? Like, you know everything I'm going to teach these guys in 4 years." You know what I'm saying? So like, it just was like, I like when you know you're good, you're good. And mind you, I've been doing this all my life. Like this is everything just led up to me being a musician. You know what I mean? So like, I don't gotta like awards, accolades. It's cool, but I don't care. As long as when I get up on that mic or when I get on on my microphone in my studio and my voice is golden and I can produce, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Right. And that's what it really come down to. Like for me, like it's not like people be in competition with like a guy tagged me on Instagram and it was like they want to do a singing R&B contest, me versus Alex. But y'all know him as Joins. They sing for you know what I'm saying, for New Impressions. Not knowing that's my young son, that's bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And told him some things. You know what I'm saying? Had conversations with him about singing. I don't give a fuck about who, like what we gonna do? See who can run the best? Oh.
right.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dog, man, if you're gonna pay me to be there, I will come and lose. You pay my price, I will throw the bitch. You know what I'm saying? We haven't take call for it. I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is be stupid shit like that. Be like, you gotta be like, the biggest conversation I have is myself, because that's the person I look in the mirror in the morning and at night. That's the only person I'm competing with. I don't care about nobody else. And people be mad that you had this outlook. It's like, dog, I really don't care. You measure yourself up against me. Like, there's a person in GoGo who kind of had that. I went to high school with him, and for some reason, everybody used to tell me that he used to say I was his rival. We was rivals, and man, mind you, maybe that was just, I will admit, somebody was big back then. He used to say that just because, singing the band, I sing in 3DB. They, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I tell them, like, bro, I don't care about none of that. Never have. Because dog, when you were doing this shit like 6 years old, literally 6 years old, singing Luther Vandross. I mean, so like, it ain't proving myself to anybody. It's just like, nah, I can prove myself to myself at the end of the day. Cause like, sometimes a nigga wake up and be like, Dad, can I still hit that shit? And then sometimes you be in the house and we trying to be like, no, I can't right now. And then, you know what I'm saying, your voice is, you know, whatever. So like I said, it's just, the biggest competition is myself. Like, I ain't into none of that other stuff. But like I said, the two people that I would say all around singers, you know what I'm saying, best vocally and technically I've heard from my own ears, off the mic, you know what I'm saying, on the mic is LJ and Squad.
Yeah. So look, so we some more singing, right? Big G is universally known as probably in our city, definitely probably the best lead mic ever. So who would you say throughout history? You can go back to Trouble Funk days, nigga. Like you go back in the day
I ain't gonna
to
lie.
Chuck. Who would you say rivals G? Who was the next best thing?
Polo.
Absolutely, I agree.
Polo. Polo did something that Big G didn't do.
What's that?
So, as far as lead mics, right? And we going NBA, we gonna say is Big G the Michael Jordan?
I'll give G Jordan. I'll give Chuck.
You say Chuck is like from the Celtics.
Bird?
No.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Chuck
He's
Bill
the
Russell.
originator, the original, you know what I'm saying?
I give G Jordan.
I'm not sweet. I'm not, when I say Mike, I'm just being, you know, giving just whatever. I'm not saying game or greatness stuff. I'm just saying like if we doing tiers or whatever. But Polo is like Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree. That's a perfect analogy. I think so.
The one thing Polo did that Big G necessarily didn't do is introduce a new genre to go-go.
Yes.
Like, because Backyard didn't make the breakdown or the come through as we call it. They revolutionized it to the point where they was like mainly playing it and playing that more than the Congos. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. Backyard had they time when they was playing Congos. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why I say you gotta look at Polo like stats, and I'm not saying just, you know, like, because like you can say Jordan was Jordan, but Steph Curry revolutionized the game how they play now. But it's just, I mean, that's semantics. I'm just saying, like, if he's speaking to me, Polo is the next best. Now, that's of my era. Now, some people will say that rapper is better than G.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's semantics.
I thought 6
you know
was tight too. Raw Image.
The 6 is tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a Raw Image fan. You know, they had some hits back for their, you know, their own. And I gotta say this though, right? A lot of people try to say, yeah, well, Raw Image played songs that like Backyard that sound like Backyard. You saying that, Gion, you're not a go-go fan because Backyard played songs that Red Essence played. What are you talking about?
They did, yeah. That's facts.
Like go-go it's nothing but a reintroduction, revolving, whatever you want to call it. But somebody didn't play something somebody else did. So trying to use that against them, like, bruh, Backyard been out since the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but hey, because now back in the day, they were saying that Raw Image was imitating Backyard, stuff like that.
I remember
it was similarities, but when you listen, it don't really sound that much alike. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially with my growing up, I'm like, yeah, it's different, it's similarities. But G's voice is more, it's like pure bass deep, whereas 6 is like baritone bass.
Yeah,
you know
can tell the difference.
You
just both got deep voices. You can tell the difference,
though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not going to, but nigga, did you think Designer cared about niggas say you sound like Future? Like, nigga, marketing is marketing. And nigga, like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I can do something to bring eyes towards me, I'm going to do that. Like, but hey, it's not like they hit a song just like Backyard and stuff like that. Might have had the same rudiments at times and shit like that. But then if you get mad at that, Backyard has some Raw Image members fill in over the years. You know what I mean? It's one big brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Raw Image, Love, PG, Six, and the rest of them, man.
Right.
I was a super fan back in the day. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, I thought Raw was the shit, boy. Ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Raw was like that.
me and 3DB was gonna fight because I told they was some shit and Raw Image was better than them. I was salty because they picked a nigga that shout out to Greg, but he knew he couldn't sing better than me. But like I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I'm not the, you know what I'm saying, like I'm the type of person that don't play with me because like, if I gotta tell you about myself, you're gonna hate that I told you about myself because I'm gonna bring you all facts. But I was like, damn, y'all pick a nigga over me. Because it was twin day. I had some khakis on, you know what I'm saying, the polo. It was twin day and Coolidge, Spirit Week. It was the wrong day for a motherfucking tryout. But the nigga, you know what I'm saying, he came, pretty boy looking ass nigga, you know what I'm saying?
He was flying shit.
Yeah, he was flying shit. You know, some young dumbass kids from Northeast. You know what I'm saying? Gonna pick him over me. I went, man, fuck y'all. Y'all some shit. Fuck all y'all. Ronnie was better than y'all. How about that? Yeah. Going fuck off of that Coolidge. Y'all, Joker, Ike, and Phil, y'all remember that shit. Every day. See the niggas, hey, y'all some shit. Yeah, every day. That's ain't kid.
Shout out to Joker, Ike, and Phil, man. Those my guys.
Rest in peace Ali too, man.
Rest in peace Ali.
And Day Day, man.
And Day Day. So check this out, right? That's gonna transition to this. What is your top 3 favorite GoGo songs of all time?
I'm gonna be biased in this one. I ain't never be biased. I'm gonna be biased.
What?
Pimpin' by 3DB, Girls, Girls, Girls by 3DB, and I say Raw Image in the Building.
Okay.
That's my top 3. But all right, so I said I'm being biased. But if I do like a non-biased me not list, then I had to say Raw Image in the Building, Calling Our Thug Niggas Backyard, and then probably I had to go like Bring 'Em Out, MOB. You know what I'm saying? Because that was, you know what I'm saying, when that joint came out, like
shout out to MOB.
Yeah. So like that's I ain't gonna lie, and for them to be on they was from the other side of No Fees, you know what I mean? It was like, damn, y'all doing something. It was be funny, like, damn, they from the other side that's close to the southeast. And it's like, you know, Fat Steve and Brian, they from there, so they know all them and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, oh, we always was cool. But I'm like, I used to wonder, like, what would happen if we, like, cause you know, we was in balance, you know what I'm saying? So we wasn't ducking nobody. I'd be like, man, Chanel, like, I'm motherfucking, I ain't gonna lie to you. And shout out to Steve and recipes to Zoe and Dope Boy. I just sung them under the table though. I used to always like, cause they used to think, Steve used to think he was
talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
I'm saying back then, it just was like, imagine I listen to shit now and be like, oh nah, you ain't sound good. You thought you sounded, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I still like, I was like, I wasn't fucking. But nah, you know what I'm saying? But I just like anybody back there. We was going to battle anybody, but it was, when they say battling, like we was musically battling. It wasn't like it wasn't off no shit like we was like, we want to try and fight for real. That's okay. I would say that.
I'm about to say.
It depends. It depends on how much respect you had. Like if you want on some wild shit, we was just a balance like that. Yeah. But if you hit our shit, we try to see you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad we was y'all like older when that whole battling shit, like my little brother and them with how shooters didn't hit they shit. Oh nah, because like when we heard that shit happen, somebody hit that shit one time, we were trying to see what's up with niggas. And niggas like, no, it's just music. Nah, we see how we get outside. We ain't on that. Fuck music. You know what I'm saying? And always a situation like, no, this is it. All right, fuck that. Niggas want, then you know, niggas want to call us bullies and shit back then. Like I was like, what the fuck, bro? Y'all did the shit. How the fuck we bullies? Because y'all did some wild ass shit. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm glad we wasn't necessarily a part of that bounce beat era of that time, like with ABMs and the XIBs and TOBs and the KOBs and the rest of them, they was battling each other shit. We wouldn't know how to took that shit.
Yeah.
First of all,
like I said, I used to roll NWO. You know what I'm saying? I used to be the cameraman with them, and we used to open up for y'all. And shit, TOB. This is when TOB was just coming up too. It was like NWO was right in between them two.
Right.
So I remember a lot of them nights and a lot of them stories, right? So I wanted to ask you your opinion. On your opinion, you've been in the GoGo game for over what, 20 years? Damn near. Do you have a night that's like, nah, this was the best GoGo night we had?
Unfortunately, like no, because I'm gonna keep it real. when you do this shit for like 20 and like now I see how Kobe like when he be on the bench, he just be disgusted like bitch ass niggas. Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all got for real. Like nigga, you ain't never been motherfucker like for real, like nigga, you ain't never been in no motherfucking slump or been blackballed or can't play or this shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So like I say I don't have a no, I do have a this is my funniest. I'm gonna put this on wax. I got that. I say about this. This is recently, right? So I found out I fuck twins.
Okay.
Like I'm just keeping it real. I found out I fuck twins. Mind you, I think one of the twins is lying, but she trying to say like I fucked her back in the day and fucked her twin. Like
that's a lot of niggas'
and
fantasy.
Like, and bro, like when I say like and like I just like damn, I'm slipping that much that I didn't know that was a twin, and I still don't believe it. But I got pressed out in my teenies and was like, yeah, you fucked me and then you fucked my twin sister. And I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
So that's probably the funniest
How
moment.
the fuck you supposed to know that though? Like,
bruh, I think what I think happened is I think one twin told the other twin was curious. That's what I think happened.
Okay, all right.
But
hey, look, when you was fucking one, she felt this.
Hey, listen. I don't know what the fuck going on. I just picture being high, and then you get one girl walking. Hey, I'm thinking I'm hugging one twin. It's like you think I'm my sister, don't you? Oh, no, you fucked me. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. It was, bro. When I say I'm high, I'm like, did I?
Right.
Like, imagine I'm bad y'all too. Cause I definitely did this in their face. Did I fuck y'all both?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then walked off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a funny moment. I guess my greatest moment for real, if you want to say greatest moment, when I got to sing with Wayne C, LJ, I tell people all the time, just me singing with Chris, that's been something, like we've been singing in the choirs and shit our whole lives together. Because my mother used to make us do like talent shows in the house. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? So like,
come here, do the Michael Jackson, boy. All that type of shit.
I ain't want to say that. I'm glad we was singing like NSYNC and shit like that though. The Backstreet Boys. I ain't glad to you and shit like that. Like my mother wasn't she wasn't into nigga music, y'all. She was into like pop, rock, like you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of songs that you hear T.O.B. hit, you be like, dang, where that from? It's because
moms.
So so all black families. I was born in. So if you was born in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s, I ain't get myself.
Right.
Your mother had a clock radio that turned on at a certain time every day to wake her ass up.
Alarm.
And what woke her ass up was the fucking alarm with the music, the red. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little brown joint
and the
red letters. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And like every morning you hear, I can hear it coming in. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, or Burt Bacharach. Like my mother, imagine my mother, she was born in 52. My father was born in 43. Yeah. So we still got records to this day. Like Burt Bacharach, Dionne Warwick, a lot of motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of different artists. So, you know what I mean? Like, we just naturally had an ear for everything. Now Pops, that's the soul brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you get the Isleys and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Absolutely.
But, I really felt like, you know what I'm saying, to ask your question, like when me and him got on stage together, this was like, okay, I kind of knew it was going to happen once, because like he kind of begged me to do the shit, be honest. So after, my man PJ from Newtown, rest in peace PJ, he was the guy who was unfortunately murdered, excuse me, after the Surf Club, when I was the lead Michael 3DB. That's a funny story. I'd say about that in a second, how I became the lead Michael 3DB. He was murdered, and after that, I was just done with GoGo because I seen a lot of people die for the music that, you know what I mean, I love, you know what I mean, and I ain't gonna lie to you, GoGo, you can love that shit, but they sometimes don't love you back. I just was feeling like, I just spent 10, 15 years of my life doing this shit, like, it was time for something else. And that kind of, like, I always been writing music. A lot of hooks that I had in 3DB, I wrote myself, you know what I mean, but at that point, I was like, nah, you gotta do something, bro. Like, you gotta really get out here and, you know, do your music. So I did a remix of Unthinkable, Alicia Keys song called Nothing to Think About. And then it was just like, I ain't gonna lie, it just was like, I'm done with GoGo. Like, I don't wanna do this shit no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then Chris, we was smoking one day on the porch, and he was like, bro, man, because T was in jail. He's like, bro, I can't do this shit by myself, bro. Like, I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done, bro. I ain't fucking with you. And crazy thing is, I left him with a J like this big just to avoid the conversation. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So then, like a week or two passed. Walk Jam pulled up. He called the car. He go in the house. What up, E? He's like, Joe. Shout out to Walk Jam too. Joe, man. Joe.
Shout out to Walk, man.
Man, your brother told me, man, you should come over, Joe. I'm like, I think about it, Walk. And Chris, we had another conversation. And he just kept pestering me about this shit. You know what I mean? And that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I come. I told him, I really said, look, I'll come and see how it is, bro. I can't promise nothing because I'm not really feeling GoGo no more. Like, I'm not. Like, I got love for it, but it's a love-hate. To this day, still a love-hate. And then it was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was cool with just my position. Like, I'm like, I'd sing a couple open songs, do some harmonies, boom, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, can't do that. Couldn't do it. That didn't last fucking long. You know what I'm saying? So I give that, like, that's one of my top moments too. But how I became lead Michael 3DB is like this. Shout out to Sibo. Shout out to his mother, Miss Evelyn. Rest in peace to Miss Bowman. We love you. We miss you. She unfortunately passed away. Anybody who lost your mother, I lost my mother at 17.
Lost mine.
You know what I mean? You already know that shit take. I lost my son at 16, you know what I'm saying? Then my sister, my mother at 17. That shit just destroyed me. So I can only, you know, I know how it feels that when you lose your mother. This is one person, this is your mother who you came from. It takes your mind places, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you know, bruh wasn't around for a minute as lead Mike. Sibo was the lead Mike, my original lead Mike at 3DB. The original 3DB lead Mike was Clive, but when I got there, it was Sibo. Sometimes you got love for something, you don't want to give it up. And then like I said, when death and grief, can't nobody tell you how to grieve the loss of your family. So he wasn't really communicating. So it was like for 2 months, he went around. And I kind of like had to step in, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had a knack for the bounce. And, you know, I'm a natural music, so I get a call one day that the band has voted that I'm now the lead talker. And I had no say-so on the shit. And then I said, wait, I don't get to vote? I vote no.
Right.
He was like, I'm going to call him back. Call me back. Yeah, but they said they don't care. You the lead Mike.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said no. What I want to happen is I want Sibo to take his time to get himself back together because I know it's grief. Imagine my mother and father was still living at the time, but listen, I try to have empathy towards anybody. You know what I mean? Be sympathetic. So I said, give him his time to, get himself together and come back. I was only supposed to be temporary, but shit happened, words was passed, you know what I'm saying? The band had another vote, said they want to keep me as the lead talker. I was the lead talker. And then, boom. But then the band split up after, because like I said, we was older then, bro. So it's like, time takes course. Father Time's undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
So from the socket beat to In the Pocket to the evolution of the whole go-go sound, what's your take on that? Like, what's the difference between socket and In the Pocket for the people who don't know? And how do you feel about the sound evolution of go-go?
Well, the difference between the socket and the pocket beat, I asked that first. So from what I was told, is one is open hi-hat, one is closed hi-hat. But I mean, it's also semantics because it's certain songs you can say, well, it's not a pocket, but it got this. It's actually a socket. But from what we was taught back when I was 15 and 14 and shit, socket beat and pocket beat is different. One is open, one is closed. You know what I mean? Okay. Y'all can debate that in the comments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, that's how I was taught. You know what I'm saying? But I don't play the instrument, so I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, pretty truthful. Because I didn't really come up with all sockets. I listen to socket beats because that was go-go, especially when I was born and shit. But it was cool, but the tamales is really my as far as the question of the evolution of it, it's like what it is, it's evolutions. So like the breakdown come through beat versus, the bounce beat versus the slow bounce versus all that is believe it or not, just different paces, bro. It's just different paces, bro. Like, cause when I listen to 3DB, like in certain bands or T.O.B. or back in like 2001, 2, 3, you know what I'm saying, 4, you know what I'm saying? Then 5, 6, 7, like back out, like they kind of, slowed it down. Then now you listen to them, they breakdowns is fast as hell. It just how people feeling at the time. But as far as the evolution of it and everything, I just gotta say like it's all relevant. It's just the evolution. It's like rap, trap rap, hip hop, and everything. And I wish that go-go itself, you know, whether you're in the Congos or whatever you do, fully embrace everything about us in this genre and let's push it as a whole. Stop saying, oh, that's the bounce beat circuit. Oh, no, it's go-go. You know what I'm saying? Because the backyard was boom, 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 and where that's boom, 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 all night. You know what I'm saying? Playing one, you know what I'm saying, breakdown. They wasn't saying, oh, that's just the breakdown circuit. They were saying that's backyard. That's go-go. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly feel like the evolution, whether it's the bounce beat, wasn't and isn't embraced or appreciated enough. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, bounce beat was shitted on when it first came out. A lot. And a lot of people that's playing it now, like the old head bands, and we call them, they playing it now. They was shitting on
I remember that.
back then. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I understand it's sour grapes because you got some of the rappers that were saying that the trap rap and shit like that wasn't really rap back in the day. Now they doing the shit in certain songs. I get it, but you gotta accept all iterations. If a youngin come up with something different, go-go, it's gonna be foreign at first. I'm like, shit, we need something because we ain't gonna be spring chickens and Father Time is undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like the evolution. I'm don't get it wrong. The slow bounce was kind of blowing me for a little bit. Everybody was doing
they was overdoing it.
It was everybody doing it the same. Like it was like, come on, man. Like even 3DB. Like we abused it at one point in time. And I was like, come on, y'all. Like this shit getting stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, shout out to like Neil and Love and Block and the TCB of that era. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get enough. Like for instance, I tell folks like this: that drive that TCB had in 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will never be replicated. I mean, when I say drive, I'm talking about how the groove drove. How you know what I'm saying? You let it go and everything.
That was the time.
You had to say that, but just damn, you know what I'm saying? Like make you want to turn the bitch up in the car. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I think the evolution was good, but now there is no evolution. There is nothing new. We're trying to. I'm trying to create something new, and to me, now it was just like. And listen, everybody who does they go-go beats things, taking the songs and putting go-go beats, so they're more power to you. I just feel as though that you're making or classifying something that ain't easy to do, something that take a lot of heart and soul and from here to do, and making the world feel like, oh, anybody could do it. As a matter of fact, I feel like, and I stand this, I feel like go-go is the only fucking music genre or culture, however you want to classify, that allows people to come in and just take what the fuck we do and take it somewhere else. Because Miami-based music, you couldn't do that to them. Houston rap, you couldn't do that to them. Niggas had a problem with it. Like niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to show homage, show respect, come get the culture. So to all y'all out there who want the go-go culture and not from here, come get it. Absolutely. You want to learn it, come get it. Stop trying to steal and replicate. Because it's watered down to me, if you ask me. And that's just my opinion. Like, and shout out to all the producers. I'm not saying what y'all doing is wrong. I'm just saying, so I got a lot of people who are fans who are not from here. And when they, TikTok, social media is a motherfucker now. And they said, oh, you guys just putting beats on your stuff with what's names now. You don't play the music no more? Or the instruments like you do? And I'm like, yes, we still do that. We still have bands, you know what I mean? But it's representations. But another thing is bands. Stop being in 2005. Get behind the camera. Y'all so damn archaic. Like, bruh, content. Get behind a camera phone and get an iPhone or a phone with quality of 4K or something like that. Like, bruh, catch up. Go, catch up.
And honestly, with this platform we doing right now, we trying to give voice to a lot of the go-go people, bro. Because I think that's a big part of why it kind of fell off a little bit. It's like we not following the times. Like we got to put this shit on camera. Like you say, we got to talk about it. Everybody got something to talk. Every industry they talking about the shit, right? So it's like if we can get the voices of go-go, like yourself and other people to come up here and tell your opinion, and talk about how important the culture was. That's our goal here.
But see, I kind of feel like that's one of them, but that's not the main thing I was talking about. When I say content, right? So the same way reality TV is popular right now, the same way you can get behind your camera and do a skit, bands can do the same shit.
Right.
Bands can make TikToks and doing stupid TikTok dances to go.
Social media content.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you know what I mean? Because mind you, the Hybrid Show each and every Tuesday on Instagram Live, 8:30 at Proctor Hybrid. You know what I mean? That's my podcast, which I'm doing the same thing y'all doing. And I didn't Instagram. I didn't interview a large, majority of a lot of the GoGo,
figureheads.
I'm gonna say figureheads, but community and shit like that, past and present. And the one thing I always tell them is get behind the camera, bro. Like, stop being so old schoolish. Because I think we be stuck in some of us do get it. There are some people who do get it, but some of us are stuck in that being mysterious mode. And even me, I'm a type of person where, like, I don't like talking to people half the time.
Right.
I want to come here and go home. That's what you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But like, I got to reach out to the fans and see what's up, pick their brain, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to gouge yourself your own shell at times, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, I just feel like GoGo, we just don't get it at times. Like, dog, like, for instance, Cass and that. If T.O.B. did a 24-hour stream,
that'd be crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and we just said, and they see the shenanigans, because it's some wild shit that happens. You know what I'm saying?
And when you think about it,
that's
easy to say. Niggas is grown. You got shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying no. So what I'm saying is, so you do know that when these people stream, they set that time out. It's something you already know. It's some of yours like, yeah. On the 20-something, we're all gonna come to such house or whatever. We're gonna do a live stream and just we in here and I'm gonna say not just because you know what niggas gonna do. They say ain't no gravity up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, we actually do shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Before I let you get up out of here, man, one last thing I wanted to ask you was, what will it take for a 3DB reunion to go down?
For me personally, $350, a retainer, security, and some Skittles. Nah, I don't. Listen, I don't control nothing about that. I can honestly say it's supposed to be a 3DB reunion a while ago. Somebody was throwing it and it fell through. And I think like people are at different places in their lives. So like with me personally, they know this. I'm down for it, but I play for a band that's a headliner.
Yeah,
we busy. So the date got to be set in stone, got to happen. But it was a major show that comes up for my brand. I'm currently do this that helps me live. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect me to do? And that was the thing with the last reunion that's supposed to happen. I'm like, I'm going to be there if it doesn't conflict with T.O.B.
Yeah.
Because there is nobody singing T.O.B. just like it was nobody singing 3DB.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm all for it. I just feel like, and I be feeling like sometimes like, why we gotta do it? Maybe just me, because I'm like, if you motherfuckers would have kept coming to see us play when they had them damn reunion, we could still be playing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But that's just me being facetious. You know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. I think another thing is it's a lot like with the venues and stuff like that, like where to have it at, stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you do have it, are people gonna show up? You know what I mean? So, and mind you, I'm not saying people. I think people would turn out for a 3 reunion.
I know a lot of people because.
But y'all said it the last time we had two. We had two. And I'm saying
I was at both of them.
I know you. I'm saying is it wasn't packed. Mind you, 3DB had fans from 10, 15 years span. Yeah. That motherfucker wasn't super duper packed up in the first one. It was packed at Lotus. I'm not Lotus. Layla.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the 50. That's 501, man. Okay. 50 people fit that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, but I think it'll go down though. It just got to be the right time, and also a lot of them still play in perfection, man. So like, I mean, It just on like booking a venue, practicing and shit like that. Cause definitely it's damn, that'd be like a whole. It's 15 years since we had our last show.
I think we should
You know
put
what I'm
that
saying?
in the air one more time, man.
I mean, if somebody pay for it, cause I listen, I try to do it. I try to circumvent it, and then it didn't make sense.
Right.
It didn't make sense because somebody told me that like you don't want to. Because I was actually going to try to do a situation where they was going to do we gonna do the reunion at a Throw Social when we played. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, a reunion set. But after talking to people, my manager and shit like that, other people they like, yeah, you don't want to link that because y'all got enough material where it might take y'all 2 sets to do all that shit.
Right.
So I don't know. It's all on. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, throw your plugs in there, man. Your shout outs.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
can we find you?
So first off, you can find me on Instagram at eproc_the_hybrid and all major music platforms. Download all my albums. It's about 8 of them. But the most recent one is Microphones and Money 2. Go get that. It's like that. If you don't, I'm gonna keep it real. It's like that. Also follow the band TOB Band and Show. That's TOB Band and Show. Follow Chris, my little brother, GoGo Chris TOB. Lil Flip, Lil Meaty, everybody in the band. Shout out to the whole city. My podcast, The Hybrid Show, each and every Tuesday on Instagram Live. And keep saying that. And we're starting our pre-recording episodes this coming Sunday. So, look out for that. And personally, I'm pre-recording. Y'all gonna be surprised. But that's basically it. Oh, shout out to the Cowboys too. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go.
Shout out to the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Cowboys, man. You know what I mean? For beating that ass.
And also, before you get off this camera, off this couch, tell Chris and Ace to holler at me, man.
What?
No, tell them to come up here.
Oh, yeah. I got you. No shit. Let me tell you something. Listen, that nigga's a grown ass man though, bro. So I try to get this nigga on my podcast, and he ain't been on it. And it's in my house, in the house that I'm saying. So like, and he probably come on though. I'm saying I let him know though.
Okay,
that's most definitely.
Appreciate you for sliding through, dog. Always
man,
a pleasure.
Appreciate y'all, man.